You know, UPS is a global company. We serve over 200 territories and countries today, and you know, over the last decades, the world's gotten a lot smaller than it used to be. And our membership at the Japan-America Society of Georgia is a way for us to connect with one of the communities in the corporate office city of UPS, which is Atlanta, with a constituency in a country that we serve. So it's a great opportunity for us culturally and from a people point of view to maintain our contacts.
Society programs have created business and personal networking opportunities that have helped maintain strong ties between Japan and Georgia. No aspect of the U.S.-Japan relations has gone unexamined. Event speakers have included Ambassador Mike Mansfield, President Jimmy Carter, former Atlanta Mayor Maynard Jackson, Ambassador Andrew Young, Senator Johnny Isakson, and many more. The Society has organized numerous major events, and in 1989, Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs presented the Society with a citation for excellence in programming, the first time a Japan-America Society had received such an award. In 2010, the Society was again the recipient of the commendation from the Minister of Foreign Affairs for its continued effort in providing quality programs promoting U.S.-Japan relations. In the mid-1980s, the Society's Board of Directors created the Mike Mansfield Awards. This recognition honors an outstanding Japanese and Georgian who has worked tirelessly to promote the development of the growing friendship between Japan and Georgia. Steve Harris worked under Ambassador Mike Mansfield at the embassy in Tokyo in the late 1970s and says he can't think of a more fitting name for the award.
And that was so typical of Mike, who came to love Japan and to be regarded as a model ambassador to Japan, but also to help in any way he could to foster growing relationships, stronger relationships on a whole array of fronts, including not just business fronts, but he was very attuned to cultural exchanges and supporting Japanese education for expatriate children in Georgia and elsewhere.
Noteworthy Mike Mansfield Award winners include Governor Carl Sanders, Governor George Busbee, President Jimmy Carter, Ambassador Kazuo Chiba, Ambassador Andrew Young, Dan Amos, and the two most recent awardees, Glenn Cornell and Taizo Nishimuro. In 1987, the Society collaborated with the Consulate General of Japan in Atlanta to organize and send off the first participants of the Japan Exchange and Teaching Program known as JET from the Southeast. The JET program promotes international exchange in Japan by helping to improve foreign language education and developing international exchange at the community level. The 1990s continued to be noteworthy for the Society and Japan-Georgia relations. In June of 1990, former Prime Minister Toshiki Kaifu spoke at a Society dinner in Atlanta. In June of 1994, the visit of the Emperor and Empress of Japan to Atlanta was a crowning development of political ties between Japan and Georgia. After the decade of the 1990s, Japan faced historical economic problems, and many Japanese companies were withdrawing support from the Society. However, under the leadership of Chairman John Bean, the Society was kept afloat.
And there was a really committed core of folks who were on the board of directors, and we worked through the issues. We recognized that in order for the Society to survive, that we had to offer value to the members, and we also realized we had to cut costs, we had to find new ways of raising money, and it really was a bit of an epiphany for all of us, really. Because we started looking around and we found really widespread support for the Society that we had not tapped into previously.
While business and economic development are key components of the organization, the Society also promotes the exchange of culture between Japan and Georgia. From the tea ceremony to grand kabuki, scores of events with society involvement have inspired an awareness of Japanese tradition. An introduction to Southern hospitality illustrates Georgia's culture while providing the backbone for a stronger relationship.
I personally think that Southerners identify better with Japanese because Southerners tend to go at things a little bit slower, a little more methodical, and not quite as abrupt as some people do. And that's the way the Japanese tend to like it. And so there's a bond there that I've noticed that makes it much easier to work within that scope.
The largest cultural program that the Society continues to be part of is Japan Fest, which was started in 1986 as a small picnic and field day for the Japanese community in Georgia. Today, Japan Fest has become the largest Japanese festival south of Washington, D.C. and east of Houston, Texas, drawing nearly 17,000 visitors every year. Education remains a primary focal point of the Society. The project of creating teaching material about Japan and visiting the classrooms has been implemented in Georgia's schools to provide students with a current and accurate picture of Japan. The interest in Japanese language and culture is evident as an increasing number of American students showcase their knowledge about Japan in the annual Japanese language competitions hosted by the Society, the Japanese Chamber of Commerce, the Consulate General of Japan, and the Georgia Association of Teachers of Japanese.
It's really exciting to see these college students, prepare their speeches and then deliver them in beautiful Japanese. And it's a great opportunity for them to engage in a little competition. And then we always have a great winner. And one year we featured the winner at one of our annual meetings, and it was exciting for the entire membership to kind of see the fruits of our labor.
The Society is also a part of the APCC, the Asian Pacific Children's Convention in Fukuoka, Atlanta's sister city. The APCC has been held annually since 1989, promoting cultural exchange and nurturing world peace through the interaction of children. Since 2004, when Atlanta and Fukuoka became sister cities, over 50 junior ambassadors and chaperones have been sent to Fukuoka for the 2-week exchange program. More importantly, the Society has focused on building genuine, caring friendships between Japanese and Americans through annual picnics, golf tournaments, and other social gatherings. The thousands of friendships created and nurtured over the years have helped close the gap of cultural misperceptions that might have existed.
And we usually, with the business, we mingle with the same industry people, but through the society, the diversified people are there. Different background, different profession, and we work with those people to accomplish the same goal. The programs, and each programs are not that big, but the collection of the programs is what we can offer to the society.
The Tomodachi Club of Georgia has been associated with the Society since 1981, and today it has over 65 members.
The main reason for Tomodachi, of course, is to foster friendship and cultural exchange among Japanese and American women, and we find that we can learn a lot from each other. And even though we all have, families and everything, it's interesting to understand how Japanese are with their families, and they like to come to American homes and see how American homes are.
To foster the needs of young adults, the Society's Young Professionals Group was established and now makes up the largest percentage of the individual membership.
The Young Professionals Group, they were established in October of 1996 to foster the needs of our younger members and our, young folks that wanted to get into the corporate world. We created an environment, a friendly environment for them to get experience in cultural exchange and business practices, and also develop like a social networking skills. And we've done all sorts of events, from speaker series to sporting events to Halloween parties to all sorts of ways to get both Japanese and American younger generation together.
The lasting Japan-Georgia friendships are clearly demonstrated in the creation of the Georgia Kai, or Japan-Georgia Society, in Tokyo by Japanese who returned home after their stay in Georgia but wanted to maintain their relationships and memories. Today, Georgia is known as a center of Japanese industry in the U.S. Southeast. Japanese-affiliated companies have invested $7.5 billion in Georgia, where close to 500 Japanese companies currently operate. Georgia has become the state with the fourth greatest number of Japanese corporations, and these companies together employ over 35,000 workers, making Japan the country that hires the most number of Americans in Georgia. On the other hand, Georgia's exports to Japan amounted to $1.4 billion, making Japan its fourth largest export market for the state. Looking ahead at the society's future, there is still a great need to continue strengthening the bridge between Georgia and Japan.
I'm very privileged to be the chairman of the Japan-America Society as we celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Society. I know that I follow so many outstanding members who have made the Society to what it is today. I'm very proud to be the first woman chair, and as the first Japanese-American chair, I think it's a great opportunity to bridge the relationship between Georgia and Japan.
Today, the Japan-America Society of Georgia has close to 750 members, and in the decades ahead, the organization will continue to foster understanding, communication, and friendship among Japanese and Georgians.
Well, I think the society plays a key role in people understanding each other's culture, specifically Japanese understanding American culture and Americans understand Japanese culture. If you understand that, then the business aspect works. But business alone doesn't really make it work. What really makes it work is camaraderie, understanding how people act, think, and then from there you can build on that. And that's where the society played an important role, and that's why I think it's so important to have Japan-American Society.